Oh, today you are going to see FIFA 23 Imperialism unlike ever before, unless you've watched this channel. Bundesliga Imperialism, but this time every player has 99 overall stats. We went through and made every player's stats up to a 99 overall, from their speed to their passing to their agility to their mentality. This should hopefully give us a little bit more balance in a league that usually has the same winner every single year. So hopefully we see some craziness like the Premier League video that we did not too long ago on this channel. Link is down below. And if you still haven't seen this concept yet, get out from under that rock you're living in. We have every team in the Bundesliga in their correct region. We spin a couple of wheels to select a team in a direction, and that team moves in that direction. And if the wheel points to territory that's occupied by another team, battle to the death. Or you just play a game of footy. And if the wheel points to an open region, they end up expanding their conquered zone. But as they say in Deutschland, los geht's. First move here sees Freiburg into Hoffenheim territory. And in the 33rd minute, we get the first goal of the episode here for Freiburg. Mr. Man-Bun Huller. It's a crazy curled shot into the top left corner to make it 1-0, and that's how that game ends. Our next move here sees Borussia Mönchengladbach. Borussia Mönchengladbach moving northwest into Köln. 5'7" Jonas Hoffmann opens the scoring up in the 23rd minute for Mönchengladbach. And then Christoph Kramer comes in and seals the deal for Mönchengladbach in the 79th minute to secure the 2-0 win. Mainz is selected next to go here from the wheel, and they are taking on Freiburg. South Korean Jae-sung Lee has a great breakaway and leads to the first goal for Mainz. But in the 51st minute, Freiburg responds and Hoffler gets a wonderful backheel pass and levels it up at 1-1. Things stay exactly that way all the way until penalties. Both teams start with their goalies in an attempt to scare the other team. Ooh. Doesn't work. We keep going in penalties until the goal scorer Lee rings it off the bar with authority, and that ends up losing it for Mainz. And although he was the hero, he is now the loser and the reason they lost and are out of the tourney. Mönchengladbach is up next again, and this time they head north into Bochum, who's currently sniffing relegation right now in real life. The first bit of action comes from a great pass, cross goal, and ends with a beautiful goal by Manu Kone. And Mönchengladbach Beans ends up pulling up by 2 thanks to a goal from Hoffmann, second of the episode. And things get even worse for Bochum, as they suck in real life. They can't even catch a break in virtual reality and get kicked out in their first game. Wolfsburg is up next, attempting to take on the Northwest, which, from the center of their territory, ends up being Bayern. Kind of a close call, but we'll go with Bayern. And this goes all the way to penalties, 0-0. And even though both teams forgot what scoring in regulation meant, Bayern seemed to have forgotten what scoring at all means. And they have a penalty blocked and followed up with ringing 2 more off the bar. And they're out of here. Next up, we have Wolfsburg selected, and they are told to go northwest. And since Werder Bremen is inside of them, that is who they are playing. And after some horrible passing out the back, Werder Bremen and Duxia end up capitalizing on it as he smashes it into the back of the net 5 minutes in to take the lead. But in the 68th minute, on a great counterattack from Jacob Kaminski, he uses his 99 pace and blows by all the defenders to beat the keeper one-on-one. But that wasn't enough to suppress Duckshit, my hero, as he comes back with a stellar goal to secure his brace and advance his team in the tourney. Next on the docket is Bayer Leverkusen, set to take on Frankfurt in the Battle of the Reds. In the 15th minute, the ref Lindsay, she's a homie, gives Frankfurt the penalty, and Kamada confidently steps up and drills it home. And that is how this one ends. Not very exciting, as the hot dogs take over the pill-hugging Lions. Borussia Dortmund is selected up next to go northwest, and from the center of their area, it ends up hitting Schalke first. If my memory serves me correctly, Schalke's newly promoted back into the Bundesliga. Let's see if the video game world is a little bit nicer to them instead of reality. Or if 9 actually is greater than 4. And unlike the rivals Bayern, Dortmund's actually able to advance out of the first round of this fake tourney, thanks to a goal from... who else would have gotten them their game-winning goal? 77th minute, easy dub. 9 really is greater than 4. Now we head down south to the southern border to see Stuttgart, who comes up now against Freiburg. And this is shaping up to be an absolute shootout here, as we've got a lot of first half action. The first goal comes from Freiburg, courtesy of Huller, followed up by a wide open goal for Silas in the 19th minute to level it at 1. But in the 62nd minute, The German Fries have a corner kick. They take a short with a little dribble inside and a low cross sent to Gregoric, who one-times it past the keeper, moving the opposite direction. But that wasn't enough for Gregoric, and he wanted to make sure that the Fries really advanced in the tourney, so he puts another in the back of the net for his brace and seals the highest scoring victory of this episode so far. And that game gets us to the halfway point. And immediately after crossing that halfway point, we get our first territory move, as Union is heading north to not play Hertha Berlin, but to take over the region entirely surrounding it. And Union is selected to go yet again, and told to go to the northwest, and since Hertha Berlin is
inside of them,
then that is our matchup. Off of some nice transition play here from Hertha, the ball is passed to the middle to Niederlechner, who bounces it inside to Sphincter, and he buries it deep inside of the net, 1-0 Hertha. That would not be the end of the story for Union, as in the 68th minute, so close, Oyon has some lovely passing around the top of the box, and over the top ball finds the skipper, Trimmel, who volleys it home one time to level it up. And following that volley up, we get another one in the 76th minute that finds Becker's right foot, and he finishes it with ease. And that sees Hertha wiped off of the map.
No! No! No!
The wheel is really loving Oyon right now because it got selected to go for the third time in a row, and this time they head southeast to take on Leipzig. And Oyon is really catching fire here, and they take the lead thanks to Lie Down, who basically tells the keeper to lie down while he scores. And right out of the break, Becker gets his second goal of the episode after making some great runs to find himself in a little bit of space. But Union was not done there, and Becker says, hey, I don't just score goals, I can also pass. And he finds a wide open Harbarer, who taps it in to make it 3. Andre Silva and Leipzig try to get a cheap, easy goal at the end of the game, but it wasn't enough. Wheel's finally sick of selecting Oyon, so it selects Freiburg up for their third game of the episode, and they are moving southeast to play Augsburg. The team of the episode, Freiburgers, bombs down the pitch, and Doan finds the bottom left corner, a little touch from the keeper, but I definitely didn't think that was going to go in. The Golden Boot leader for this episode, Lucas Manbun-Holler, gets in on the action and flexes his shooting skills as he sneaks one near post past the keeper to make it 2-0. To make matters worse, they ended up going up 3-0, and then 4-0 thanks to Huller again, who makes his total for the episode up to 3 now, and secures the win for the Squawking Birds. Keeping in the theme of mixing it up, Frankfurt goes on to take Borussia Dortmund now. Dortmund opens things up with Jude Bellingham finding Royce, who passes it on to Haller, who slots it home. But Frankfurt finds some energy right out of halftime. Must have been the orange slices that they ate. Thanks, Kevin Trapp's mom. And they immediately tie things up. Whatever else they ate at halftime, maybe the fruit snacks, also really helped because they found another only 4 minutes later to send Dortmund packing. Now both German giants are now out of the competition. But hey, at least Dortmund fans can hang this over Bayern fans because they actually won a game in this tourney. Not that a video game simulation is anything to write home about, but you take what you can get when you're Dortmund.
That one there was a violation. Personally, I wouldn't have it.
I'm an ass. Thank you so much for tuning in so far. I hope you've been enjoying. If you have, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscription. And join the Big Head Gang so you never miss an episode. And Frankfurt gets back-to-back games here. Hopefully they have more of those magic orange slices because they're coming up against the team of the episode, Freiburg. And it looks like they did bring more orange slices because the World Cup winner Mario Götze comes in the 33rd minute and takes the lead for Frankfurt. Götze's name sounds so close to GOAT that he's living up to it, as he rifles a laser beam into the top left corner to advance the lead up to 2. And that secures the victory for Frank. 4-1 out for Freiburg. Thought they were the team of the episode, but no. Now we have only the second territory move of the episode so far, as we see Werder Bremen moving over into the east. And the wheel really loves picking the same team multiple times in a row, because Werder is selected again to go over and take on Union Berlin. But not great news for Werder because Union comes out swinging. With a quick game of pinball, they end up striking first, thanks to Herberer. Geraldo Becker comes in and wants his golden boot opportunity, says, hey, remember me? I can still score, and cleans up after a sloppy save to advance Union to the next round. Werder, yeah, they were in the tournament.
That's hilarious.
Now, just like that, we are down to the final 3 teams. Frankfurt is up next on the wheel, and they get to take on the only non-red team remaining in the tournament. After 30 minutes, Frankfurt finds the first goal thanks to Kamada on a great shot. Only a quarter of an hour later, they advance the lead up to 2 on some great quick passing that pulls the keeper out and Lindstrom finishes it. But Mönchengladbach isn't going away just yet. Some quick passing back and forth across the face of goal opens the net wide up for Thuram to make it 2-1. Kolomunai is feeling a little uncomfortable with the lead only being 1, so he extends it to 2, and Mönchengladbach is gone out of the tournament. And Frankfurt is selected yet again and told to go northeast, so I'm going to be a troll and make them go and take over a territory. Now the wheel on the final spin picks Union Berlin, and they are told to go south to make the final matchup happen. Union Berlin taking on Eintracht Frankfurt in a battle of the Reds over
total domination.
Union Berlin is sitting in 4th currently on the real-life table, while Frankfurt is comfortably in the middle at 9th. This is a battle of 2 teams that are having a decent year in real life, but they're both really excited and hoping to win what's really important this season, a simulated game on FIFA 23.
Yeah!
Now that we're here in the final, I'm hoping that it's going to be a good match. We actually ended up seeing a pretty good match, a lot of back and forth action, but everything ended up staying level until the 80th minute, when a header finds Becker in acres of space, and he turns to his right and absolutely blasts it across the face of the goal to put Union up 1-0 and to secure the victory for them. But there you have it. Union Berlin are the winners of this episode. FIFA Imperialism, but everybody has maxed out stats. Bundesliga edition. Union Berlin ended up playing 4 goals, and their superstar is Geraldo Becker, who ends up scoring 5 goals and won himself the golden boot of this tourney. Should be expecting a fake golden boot in the mail anytime soon. No, he's not. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscription, and let me know what you thought. Got a lot more ideas cooking about who we're going to do next, what scenario we're going to do next, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. I've also got some big moves coming in the career mode series that I have on this channel as well, so make sure you tune into that. And I want to say thank you for all the support. I see all you viewers, I see all you people coming into the channel for the first time. Thank you so much for coming along and actually checking out the video. And if you subscribe, thank you so much. If you want to subscribe, it's free. But seriously, thank you so much for checking out the video. Even if you do just watch it, you don't have to subscribe. That's fine. Fine. Have a great rest of your day. 5 head out.